What's up, Blinks? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
I'm Curtis.
I'm Jarek.
I'm Zach.
You know the vibes. Y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know why y'all are here.
Why are we here?
JISOO, flower, dance, performance, video. If anyone told you you're a beautiful flower, I'm here to tell you you are. You're beautiful. Love yourself.
Definitely.
Jump in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Actually, my fault. Hit that subscribe button. Become a real redeemer today. For more content like this, jump on the Patreon. We literally just got into the carpool karaoke with Blackpink. It is
one of our first
variety,
variety type content things from it.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting.
I was there.
Yeah, wait, what? Live performances from Blackpink that are blocked are also up on there. Blackpink Guide is also up on there. They were our first female guide to drop on the Patreon. But yeah, in the long talk, we can get into flower dance performance and have a conversation when we are done.
Let's get into it.
Shit.
Silhouettes are so cool too. Well timed.
Like she just put a spell on me or something.
It's so hypnotizing.
It really is. It's just like alluring and hypnotizing. You're just like really immersed in it. Silhouettes. Great use of lighting. Woo! That was great.
That was beautiful, very hypnotic.
Yeah, that shit felt like snake charming. Like, I don't know. That shit just
really
said you lock in.
Trippy baby.
Damn.
It's really immersive.
Shout out JISOO, man. This is her like all her first solo tracks and everything too. It's a great time to be in K-pop, man. We getting to see a lot of people shine, getting to see her artistry and just kind of what she has to offer as a solo artist for this particular EP. So shout out to her.
And we talked about that too, just in general, kind of like whenever an artist like chooses to kind of or has that opportunity, or however the situation kind of comes about for them to be able to release solo content. Like,
what's the sound gonna sound?
Yeah,
like?
what's the sound gonna sound like, and what kind of subject matter is like passionate to you, or what do you feel like exploring that you perhaps either haven't had the opportunity to, or just really want to hone in on specifically. So it's always really interesting and fascinating, and I just think this, from what we've been able to check out from the EP or the album or whatever the case may be, I just think it's really great.
Like you said, the double down, like this is like feels like Snake Charmer music. I feel like you kind of got allured into it with the dance and the song. It's like hypnotizing.
You really do just get lost in
And then I feel like the flower dance movement, if you're watching this, you just get lost in that with the beat.
I love that little flower dance she does.
Yeah. I like the lay too.
Almost like and with the hand kind of tutting or voguing or whatever. I don't want to incorrectly use those terms, of course, but it basically it does kind of feel like that, like hypnotic sort of like a stare at the the watch going by or something like that, because it's like you're immersed like kind of in that and everything. But it really and then the way they build off of that to allow kind of the background to get in the formation, and then I like the formation when they kind of lean over and basically have her in the center to kind of make it look like, at least from far back, like it's a flower and everything like that. And then her kind of having the white dress with like basically the torso and everything kind of like stretched out like it's like the top of a flower if you're looking at it. So it's just like I thought all that was just really well served within the performance. And then I especially and this is something I've loved about special performances in general, the way they use the lighting in particular always adds like a cinematic, artful flair to it, and just really allows you to get much more immersed in the performance. So.
Yeah, I like how the white too juxtaposes everybody's black and the little flowers like on her hands and everything. Also the stylistic choice of like it's like a thigh-high boot kinda with like the cuts on the inside and the other joints just kinda out. Like it looks decent. It doesn't look like anything I've seen before in K-pop, which is kind of hard because
it's interesting too, because when we were checking out the MV, we had mentioned like that Paris Fashion Week sort of vibe with everything like that. So the wardrobes seem to be very well served within the storytelling of it. So kind of blending that over to a live performance and still keeping kind of the essence of that aesthetic. I just think that was really well served within here too.
Yeah, and I think the background was so decent too, because the way like the way the scenery looks like it's constructed at first looks like it's kind of just like pillars and everything that's completely back there. I wouldn't be surprised if that whole thing is actually just a projection screen.
Really?
Yeah, just because even the pillars like will switch up when they like jump into like flowers or. My fault. You want to bring it back a little bit? That was the most replayed part. It really is the most replayed part. Yeah. This Morphin' Time part?
Yeah.
She was like, it's Morphin' Time. Pink Ranger.
It was kind of the hip sway for me, though, personally. Too.
Yeah. No, she's very, like, the dancing is very, like, fluid and just very,
but it's
like,
also,
sensual.
Like, and I was going to say, to build off of that, obviously, like, it was sensual and like, seductive in that regard as well, but it was, to build off of that, it's also, like, the flower kind of, like, drifting in the wind sort of thing. Like, I thought I don't know, it was, like, really creative within the choreo of everything, too. Especially kind of, like, the hand movements and everything with it. But, whenever you're able to kind of serve, like, your choreography to kind of the general story of what you're telling and everything. And honestly, just in general, it seems like writing with like nature and everything and kind of conveying either aspects of love or storytelling with love, it's almost like very common to kind of have flowers in there in some regard.
It's almost synonymous at this point.
Exactly. So to kind of get like, really creative within either the way you're presenting it in the lyrics or in the kind of the arrangement of the song itself, and then later to the choreography of it, to kind of make something that really does feel unique and kind of stands out to you. I mean, whether you talk about like TikTok or anything like that, just it kind of feels like it's like imagery that like is easily able to be kind of processed in your mind and everything like that, but at the same time like alluring and seductive in its own right too. So it's just a lot of lines that kind of balance it. I feel like this strikes really well.
Yeah, no, this was good, man. This looks
I love
like
silhouette shots too.
It's the end of the movie. She got into the school after this performance.
The final dance.
Hey,
she got into Juilliard. She won. Look.
That was cool. I actually didn't notice that either.
They make a flower.
The Dutch angle as like the hands are twisting to kind of add to that immersion.
Yeah,
that was really great.
No, it's tough, and they picking
effect with the lighting too.
Yeah, and they pick and choose kind of when to do it, because I told you like the Dutch angles also help to kind of obscure things to make it seem unworldly sometimes, or like for narrative purposes. But even that
kilterness,
just even the kind of back and forth rock motions and everything, I felt like the camera got a little bit more in the mix, is what I say, like when it starts kind of moving like that. But it's dope. A lot of flower formations and everything. Even coming on, they were in the formation of like a flower and everything, and just kind of being around her. So it's the choreo and the song and everything just contextually made sense and visually made sense.
If I could add something too.
Yep. Fuck you. Nah, he's not talking.
No, I was gonna say I actually didn't hear what he had said, so I didn't want to.
Nothing important.
Nothing important. Benefit of the doubt. But it was I like in the beginning too, and this isn't something like I had noticed kind of within the beginning of the song, particularly like just kind of remembering back on the video, but knowing how the beginning of the video in the MV kind of start off with a little bit of a heartbreak sort of, or seemingly. It's interesting that kind of them in the background kind of have her essentially buried to where like she has to kind of reveal herself to like the formation like a little bit like later when the beat drops and everything. They kind of begin everything, but kind of starting it out with like that dark silhouette is like the death of the flower, and then kind of the white being like the rebirth of like kind of coming into your own and everything like that, kind of picking yourself back up perhaps from that. And that's all speculation, of course, but if it was something that they had indeed intended, then I thought they did that really well too.
Yeah, I'm good, man. What's up with that? Yo, you want to add this? You can smoke to this?
No, because it's too trippy and I would just get lost. I would stop everything I'm doing.
This is the high.
Yeah, honestly.
You don't ever want to feel like that high and shit where like you just somewhere in like, where am I at?
I don't know why this feels kind of like scary.
In a way.
Trippiness can be like that and shit.
It's like overwhelming a little bit, but I love the choreo. The fit is definitely fire. The song is great. It's just
too trippy.
Everything is like
you get lost in the flower.
Get goosebumps a little bit. Like, this is one of the, I don't know why I would see this in a Jordan Peele movie. This reminds me of Us. Was it Us?
Or Nope.
Nah, you mean Us.
You know the one.
Because Lupita was ironically dancing and shit in the genre and shit, ironically. Nah,
scary.
Nah, I get it because it's almost like Natalie Portman's performance on Black Swan.
Yeah, it is.
Where it's sometimes you'll watch and just be like, all right, she kind of creepy a little bit.
Yeah, you do say that. Yeah,
I do find that movie kind of creepy.
Well, it's also the color scheme and the lighting as well.
But he's so supportive. It's like, well, you don't know if your friend being supportive or an asshole. A little bit of both. Anything else for that, Kurt?
I guess the last thing I'm really gonna add is just knowing kind of, because mind you, like we had checked out, just before this the the carpool karaoke and everything, so we got to see a bit of the personalities and kind of some of the behind the scenes stuff as far as like them talking a little bit about the training process and like the hours and everything they went through. All that to say is like it's like kind of when you have information like that and then you see the performances afterwards, you're kind of able to like appreciate a lot more within the performances and stuff like that, and certainly like the hard work that allowed them to respectfully get to this point and everything. So that's something that going forward is kind of going to hold for me as well, and just being able to appreciate those things. So definitely shout out to all the hard work and everything. Is they crushed it.
That is funny. Well, not like funny, but like it's more so ironic. The whole what you just said as far as like, if you watch someone's performance and they kill it, it's like, all right, like y'all killed it. If like before that performance you hear them like, yo, I couldn't eat, I didn't know how I was gonna cut the lights on, you just like, damn. Then you watch their performance, you be like, they came a long way. Yeah. I get it now. Added another layer.
Like, no, they really smoked this.
It's like I fucked with it before. I'm a fan now. Like
I'm a groupie.
Like it's almost like JISOO came out like, I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. I had to rhyme like this and YG to shine like this. somebody I had to unsubscribe like this.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I thought that shit was finished when we dropped that Blackpink. It was ready.
On the Patreon.
On the Patreon, y'all thought we was
the same nigga from Patreon.
Anyone outside of Philly
he said you talk shit, you fuck around, get blocked.
you fuck around, get blocked.
Get blocked.
Because these redemption boys.
Because these redemption boys
don't pull up on you.
Now let's making a whole fucking
like, comment, subscribe.
Slide down in your comments.
Comments on 12 o'clock.
Classic.
I hope some of y'all got that reference. Jump in the comments and let us know if you didn't.
Go watch Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams and Nightmares. Jump on the Patreon. We just got into the carpool karaoke. The Blackpink God is up. Live performances is up on there as well. We love y'all, Blinks. We're gonna holla at y'all.
Bye.
Peace.